Hi, Liz here with your Daily Lizard, and we are talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people. And today we are looking at habit number 3. Put first things first. Alrighty, so the idea of this habit, I love the idea of this habit too. This one is harder for me than the other two. The other two required more mindset work, which is easier for me than discipline work. It starts with, what I'm going to start with is this idea of these quadrants. So there are these 4 different quadrants. I'm not sure that you can see them that well. But in quadrant 1, we're talking about things that are important and urgent, what I like to call the whirlwind. And in quadrant 2, we see a little 2 there. It's things that are important but not urgent. And I like to think of this area as growth. And then in quadrant 3, we have it's not important, but it's urgent. We're delusional. We're thinking that we have to do this thing, and we're feeling like it's really important, but really it's not. It's just urgent. And then this last one is it's not important and it's not urgent, but still we find ourselves doing it. And this one, anything that's in this quadrant is considered waste. It's a complete waste of your time. Especially if you're trying to get things done. Now, there are some times when you might have stuff in quadrant 4, the waste quadrant, because you need a break, right? Maybe you're going to have 15 minutes of time to watch reels. Then maybe that's not a waste for you in that moment because it's serving the purpose of giving you a little downtime. But if it is having to do with work, then it would be a waste for work time, right? So the idea here is putting everything into your quadrants based on your values and what is popping up for you. Now, if something is in quadrant 1 where it's important and urgent, all right, you have to do those things first. But they are part of the whirlwind. As long as they're important and urgent, you're going to keep running around doing all of these things and not actually growing your company. Now, the things that you put into quadrant 2 that are important but not urgent, these are the things that are going to grow your company. These are the things that if you do these things first as you can, because of course you have to do quadrant 1 first, but as soon as you can, as often as you can, and for as long as you can, you are going to have more success than if you're working in any of the other 3 quadrants, 1, 3, or 4, delusion, waste, or whirlwind. Now, instinctively, we know this is true, but how do you decide where these things go? That's the tricky part. That is the part that I think this book is really helpful in getting people to understand. Sometimes what we consider important is just what's urgent, where that's probably not the definition that you want to be using. Sometimes you might be using the definition for important, what's going to get me to the next level. Okay, that's awesome. Love that one. Sometimes you might be using the definition for important, which one will make me feel better or make me feel like a better person. Okay, awesome. Love that one too. You have to decide what matters to you, what is important to you, and what you personally care about. That's how you determine what belongs in what quadrants. And then get those number 1 quadrant things done ASAP, and then start working on quadrant 2. Spend as little time as possible. Quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. If you can stay out of quadrant 4 altogether for an entire day until you have like free time at night, ooh, what a win. All right, so your daily action is take everything from just one day, just all of your tasks that you have to do, and prioritize them based on these 4 quadrants and see what you get. That was my cat saying it's dinner time. All right, that's it for today. Talk soon. Bye.